Hey everybody, welcome to this B1 English listening practice video. You can use this video to practice your listening and comprehension as I speak. Before we start, remember to download the Listening Time podcast, and if you want my specialized training to help you improve your listening, then become a member at patreon.com/listeningtime. If you become a member, you'll receive my seminars, which will help you listen more effectively and understand native speakers. And if you become a Listening Time family member, then you'll receive my advanced podcast, which will help you reach an advanced level of listening. Okay, today I'm going to talk about the concept of having a midlife crisis. This is something that I've talked about a couple times recently, and so I thought it would be a good topic to discuss here. So first of all, what is a midlife crisis? Well, according to some definitions, it's an emotional crisis involving one's identity and self-confidence. This usually happens somewhere between the age of 40 and 60, but it could happen a little before or after this. So, during this crisis, the person often questions their own life choices, their identity, and their desires. They've already lived around half their life, and they might not be happy with where they're at. It's understandable, really. Let's talk about some of the different areas of life that people tend to question or change during this period. First, let's talk about finances. A lot of people feel really stressed financially during their adulthood. Not only do they need to provide for themselves and any family they have, they also need to think about their children's future expenses, their own retirement, and plenty of other things. Thus, it's normal to feel like you're just barely getting by financially. And when you're feeling this way in your 40s or 50s, it's especially stressful. People often expect to be thriving financially during these years, so it's a big blow to them when this doesn't happen. But it's normal to have a lot of expenses during this time. I think many of us are going to deal with this. Something else that contributes to midlife crises is changing family dynamics. In the US, it's common for kids to move out of their parents' house at a relatively young age. This means that a lot of people in their 40s and 50s become empty nesters, as we call them. This just means that they have adult children who have already moved out. This can be a difficult transition for parents, seeing as they've spent so much of their focus and energy on raising their children. Once they move out, their parents can feel a little bit empty and experience negative emotions. So this is a challenge that people have to overcome. Another factor that plays a role in midlife crises is a person's physical changes. When people start to feel their body changing with age, it can be hard to deal with. We like to think of ourselves as healthy and fit, and so it's hard for us to experience a physical decline. It's not cool to feel like we can't do all the things we used to do, and it can cause people to worry about their future health. So this might drive people to become more active and get in shape. One other factor involved in midlife crises is people's sense of accomplishment. If you feel like you haven't achieved a lot by this time, you can get discouraged. We all want to feel like we've done great things and served a higher purpose. So people might change their career during a midlife crisis because they want to do something more meaningful. So a lot of this sounds pretty negative, but people eventually get through this period. Once they can accept these changes and get refocused, they can work through this challenging time and become stronger as a result. Alright, that's all for today. Remember to download the Listening Time podcast and become a member at patreon.com/listeningtime to receive my specialized listening training to help you understand native speakers. And if you want to reach an advanced level of listening, then become a Listening Time family member to receive my advanced podcast. The link is in the description below this video. Also, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, and follow us on Instagram. I'll see you next time.